Using variations in powerlifting is vital to getting stronger, but are you actually using them correctly to reap the full benefits, or are you just throwing around random variations and hoping that they work? If that's you, you're in the right place, because in this video, I'm going to be going through the top 5 best bench variations that I use to help me bench 185 kilos, and variations that you can use which will help you get as strong as possible. Before we get into the video, if you are new here, my name is Finn O'Farrell. I'm an online powerlifting coach of coming up to 4 years, and I'm an ex-powerlifter for Team Great Britain. Getting into the first variation, we have Larsen press. Now, this is my all-time favorite variation for helping with technique and just getting stronger on the bench press. Now, what actually is a Larsen press? You've probably heard of a Larsen press before, but how you do this is you'd set up normally, but as you're benching, your feet are going to be coming off the ground, so you cannot use leg drive while benching. Now, there's 2 ways of doing this. You can either have your feet fully off the ground, or you can do it where your heels are touching. I personally like doing it with the heels touching, just so stability isn't a limiting factor when you're benching. But what's the actual benefit of doing this variation? Now, Larsen press can be very good to help with upper back tightness and using your upper back to maintain and create your arch. Because most of the time when you're benching, when you think about arching, you think about using your legs and using leg drive to help create and maintain it. But most of the time, the most important thing to get down is using your upper back to create and maintain that arch. So using a Larsen press where you can't use your legs, you're forced to arch and maintain that arch through your back. Going on to the second variation now, we have tempo bench press. Now, to perform a tempo bench press, you do a normal bench press rep, but the only thing that's different is it's a 3-second descent. So it's a prolonged descent, but then the pause is normal and the way up is also normal as well. This variation can be very good if you struggle with the placement of the bar on your chest, whether you sometimes get it too low or too high. You're able to control the weight a little bit more, so you're able to be more accurate with where that bar is pausing. This can also be very good if you sort of dive bomb the eccentric and you need to control it a little bit more. This exercise is overall very good to help with stability and controlling the weight when you're benching. Going on to the next variation, we have the long pause bench press, or a 2-count pause or a 3-count pause bench press. Now, the way you perform this is sort of in the name. So long pause bench press, you're going to be pausing longer than normal. So when we talk about a normal pause bench press, that's going to be 1 second. A long pause is anything over 2 seconds. So a 2 to a 3-second pause bench press. This can be very good to help you control the weight and learning to make sure the bar comes to a complete dead stop. Another benefit of using this variation is if you struggle to actually get the competition pauses down. So if normally you either touch and go it or you have a very short pause, using a long pause bench press can teach you to pause your reps longer and get that installed into your mind, so you're able to do it when you do your normal competition bench. Now, going on to the fourth one, we have Spoto press. Now, to perform a Spoto press, you're going to do a normal bench press rep, but you're going to stop the bar around 1 inch off your chest. Now, the benefit of doing this variation is it teaches control. So same sort of idea as that long pause bench press. If you struggle with controlling it on your chest, where it's moving around a lot, you sink it accidentally when you want to do soft touch, doing a Spoto press is going to teach you to control that bar. Because you're having to pause it mid-air and you don't have anything to pause on, you really, really need to focus on making sure it comes to a complete stop, because there's nothing there stopping you. So this is a very good exercise for control and just your overall bench press pause. And now the final variation is going to be the close grip bench press. Now, the way you perform this is you just use a closer grip than normal. And when I say closer than normal, I would say 1 or 2 hand length in, and then that would be your close grip. And the benefit to this is you're able to train with a longer range of motion. So if you always bench with max grip, this might be worth doing as a variation just to get some closer grip work and a more external rotation bias press. And this can be very helpful as well if you have some shoulder issues from being in a very wide grip. Having a couple sessions with a close grip can help with your shoulders and help deal with the pain. And this is also very good if you have weak triceps when you're pressing, as it's going to put more of an emphasis onto your triceps doing a close grip bench.